Online students, Krishna, Veer, Hari, Shaurya, have you also been given the one-word substitution exercise? Yes? Okay. I'm giving you 5 minutes to complete it. 10:33, I'll start the class. Okay? Done. Check your answers. It's an online test. Then find the answers. One word. Those of you who are done with the vocab exercise, please start RC3. Have you done it as homework? I'd also given it as homework. RC3, passages 1, 2, 3, 4 were discussed in class. Hai 4 was also. No, I have not discussed 4 in class. You've done it. Have you checked your answers? The answers are given at the back of the chapter. The passage 4 and passage 5 we'll be discussing right now. If you've not done it, do it right now, please. आगे आ जाओ. आगे आ जाओ. अच्छा. हाँ. अच्छा, कल MHCT में कैसा पैसेज आया था बताओ. Narrative. And how many questions? Must have been really easy. But IPMAT is the polar opposite. IPMAT will not drop its level. It is an IIM founded examination. They're very particular about the quality. So that is obviously not helpful. Maharashtra CET is not helpful. We'll focus on this. वो तो हो ही जाएगा तुमसे. Easy तो तुमसे हो ही जाएगा. ये करना ज़्यादा difficult है. And ये करना difficult नहीं है. ये time limit के अंदर करना difficult है. That needs practice. Quickly complete questions 14 to 24. One. Just give me a minute. I'm reading the passage. So when you're reading passage 4, I want you to mentally label each paragraph. This is an example of a very well organized passage. There's one idea, practically one idea per paragraph. And you should develop the habit of mentally labeling each paragraph for the idea it represents. So my question to you, I have not seen the questions. My question to all of you is, there's a sentence, entrenched British users should worry on several counts. This is there given in the 5th paragraph. Malay, are you looking for someone? Are you looking for someone? In the 5th paragraph, the question is, entrenched British users should worry on several counts. My question is, why should British users worry on several counts? British issuers of credit cards. How are American credit card issuers better or more competitive than British credit card issuers? High cost, high technology, low cost operations, masters of marketing, compete fiercely on price. So now British issuers should be worried. Yes. So you will identify the idea. The flow of the idea is very clear in this passage. This is a very good example of a business topic related passage where it will be well organized and there will be a flow of ideas. Okay. Now questions. Once you've solved the questions, I want to discuss. What is your doubt? This one you got a mistake or the next one? Acha. How many questions are central idea based? That means I recommend reading passages in 2 rounds, especially such passages where there will be some questions which are based on central idea and some questions are based on factual information. Round 1 should be sufficient to identify the main idea, the purpose, the tone of the author. There are at least, tell me which questions are main idea based. Yeah. 15 is specific. You have to go back to the passage and verify the ideas and opinions. Which one is general? Yes, 14 is general. 14 is connected to the main idea. Yes? 16 is also specific. 16, you have to go to paragraph 4 and 5. 17, you have to go back to paragraph 2. Specific questions. 18 also is a factual question. Where you have to look for these names and verify. But 19 is general idea, main idea based. 20 again, you have to go to this. So there are 2 questions, 14 and 19, which you can do after understanding the main idea. For others, you have to go back and verify the details given. Yes, but this needs practice. This needs practice in quick reading. Reading the question, going back, reading the question, going back, looking for the options. Any doubts till number 20? 14 to 20 doubts. Online students, 14 to 20, I want your doubts. We are doing RC3, passage 4. No doubts? Okay. I'll move on to passage 5. Time travel. I know. What the hell? Okay, thank you. What is the tone of this passage? On your own, tell me what is the tone. कैसे बोलता है? Warning. Time space distortions. Huh? Does he mean the opposite of what he's saying? That is sarcastic. Give me evidence.
They obviously don't mean that a person will be able to make all of these things and they are actually able to accomplish all of these. So they're being humorous or being sarcastic in a manner that we...
Sarcastic is a very specific word. What you are describing is cynical. But he's not cynical. He is not disbelieving the fact that time travel is possible. In fact, he reiterates that now it is not merely a theoretical concept. We have the science and the technology to make it happen. Right? So that is analysis of an idea. But analysis is without any emotion. His tone is more playful. You can see he's humorous. He cracks jokes from time to time. नहीं, satire नहीं है. Satire, I'll tell you what satire is exactly. लिख लो. Because नहीं, satire is when something is ridiculed in order to criticize it. If you've seen लापता ladies, satire. घूंघट का मजाक उड़ाते हैं to criticize घूंघट. ये देखो, ये गलत प्रथा है. So it is made fun of throughout the movie. That is a running theme, है ना? So कटहल, another satire, making fun of the fact that policemen who are supposed to look for thieves are looking for kathal thieves. Satire. Kathal is another movie. Sania Malhotra. OMG, satire. Both OMG 1 and 2. Because they are making fun of the religious excesses of the religious beliefs. The VIP darshan, भगवान को बेच रहे हैं, है ना? So ridicule to criticize. यहाँ पे है ridicule to criticize. पढ़ो. He's not criticizing. He is considering the possibility of time travel given the scientific advancements, given the technology, given the understanding of time travel. But I find his tone very playful because while writing, it's highly interactive with the, it's not interactive, he's not talking to the audience, but it's a very conversational style. He talks about movies. The designs that follow don't have the panache style of Doc Brown's DeLorean in Back to the Future, or even H.G. Wells' brass and quartz dream machine. But they do put time travel within reach of anyone with a couple of fast spaceships, a supercomputer, and a solar system scale machine shop. So it is a light, playful tone कि अगर आपके पास supercomputer है, spaceship है, तो आप भी time travel कर सकते हो, कौन सी बड़ी बात है? So I find it like a very playful tone, humorous, playful. And then he gives this warning, right? And then he gives a manual, do it yourself, है ना? Do it yourself for dummies. Anybody wants to time travel, बस यही तो करना है. So easy. So it's playful. Okay. What is the meaning of preposterous? From the context, you can see trips to the past were preposterous, not anymore. That means now they are not preposterous. That means now they are possible. That means preposterous means something that is impossible. Actually, preposterous का dictionary meaning है ridiculous. Impossible also works. Context से तुम इतना निकाल सकते हो. Can you see that the answer is absurd, ridiculous, impossible? कि मजाक कर रहे हो क्या? It is not possible. That is the meaning of preposterous. 22. Which of the following is not true according to the passage? Of course, this will have, you will have to go back to the passage and read. Option 1 is mentioned at the beginning of the passage. Option 2 is in the third paragraph. Option 4 is again in the third paragraph. Option 3 is wrong information. Because in the sixth paragraph, it is given that unlike some other designs allow round trips. है ना? And C says all time machines allow round trips in space and time. The question is, what is IPMAT? So the option is C. All time machines is wrong. वैसे भी आपको एक क्लू देती हूँ. जब भी आप all, none, extreme options देखो, उसको पहले चेक करो. मैं वही बोल रही हूँ कि look at the wording used. Time travel is no more a fantasy or a fictitious idea. ये तो easy है. B. Einstein's equations provided the basis for physicists to rely. ये भी दिया हुआ है, river, है ना? Time flows like a river. ये भी दिया हुआ है. D. According to physicists, in case of time travel, the more mass one concentrates, the more one blend the flow of time. These are not extreme options. जहां पे मैं all देखती हूँ ना, warning bells ring in my mind. कि ये all मतलब हो सकता है गड़बड़ हो, क्योंकि all terms में scientists बात नहीं करते हैं. Scientists say some, possible, might. इसको बोलते हैं low modality terms. And all, none, never, always, these are high modality terms, extreme options. तो जहां पे आपको टाइम की दिक्कत हो, पहले extreme options को पहले चेक कर लो. Chances are that might be the answer. 23. बोलो, आप लोग solve करो फटाफट and then give me your doubts. हाँ, 23, the answer is D. And 24 is a main idea question. Whenever they say suitable title, title will always connect to the main idea. Yes. User's guide to time travel. How do you know it is a user's? जैसे मैंने बोला ना, do it yourself. पूरा गाइड दे दिया ना कि ऐसे ऐसे से करो. तुमको क्या ही चाहिए? सुपर कंप्यूटर चाहिए, स्पेसशिप चाहिए, जोड़ो, करो, जाओ टाइम ट्रैवल करो. हाँ, one word substitution. I've not got the answers as yet. Can you? Where is it? Is it in the app? Can you send it to me? Take my number 93 276 61 712. Millie. Yeah, my formal name is Sanchayita, but Millie is easier for you to save. Can you send it to me? Yes. Vedant. Does everyone have the one word sub? All of you are in the WhatsApp group. All of you have access to the one word substitution PDF. Yes, which question is it? 16th. One who abandons his religious faith. A. Because D is someone who is questioning. He's not saying God does not exist. He's saying, show me the proof. He's not sure of the existence of God. That is agnostic. Profane is disrespectful to God. Prostrate is to lie down. Okay. And apostate, now look up apostate in Google. Look up the meaning. What is the dictionary meaning of apostate? One who abandons his faith. Renounce. Look at the clue A. A is negative of whatever follows. Okay. Next, okay, what are the answers? I'll give you the answers. 1. Extreme old age when a man behaves like a fool. Senility. Option B. That which cannot be corrected. Incorrigible. That which cannot be corrected is incorrigible. Study of ancient societies. Ancient society. A is the answer. Anthropology. What is ethnology? Ethnology is study of various ethnicities, various cultures, like Central American tribes or Adivasis or different ethno groups. No. Anthropology is tracing the evolution of society. So that is about ancient. And ethnology is about current Adivasi groups, tribal groups that have not been studied. That is ethnology. A person who has knowledge of all these ethnicities. There's a person maybe who studies these groups in Manipur. Cookies and all these various groups. तो वो एथनोलॉजिस्ट हुआ जिसको सबका नॉलेज है कि इसमें ये चलता है, इसमें वो कल्चर है. That is an ethnologist. A person of good understanding, knowledge and reasoning power. Yes. Intellectual. Correct. A person who insists on something. Stickler. He is a stickler for punctuality. मतलब कुछ भी हो जाए punctuality नहीं छोड़ना. Stickler. State in which the few govern the many. Monarchy is king. नहीं, but monarchy का मतलब होता है king is king. Monarchy means king. The focus is not on few governing the many. Autocracy is dictatorship. है ना? Plutocracy, look it up. No. Autocracy is dictatorship. है ना? One person. Dictatorship. Look up. Net पे देखो meaning. Oligarchy and plutocracy. The rich. I think it is the rich. I'm not changing because then I'll lose this page. Can you look up oligarchy? Give me the dictionary meaning. What? No. I'm asking what is the dictionary meaning of oligarchy? Oligarchy का dictionary meaning मुझे कोई बताओ. This is the answer. Small group of people having control over many people. This is the answer. And what is plutocracy? देखो. So this is Pluto is wealthy. तो wealthy का तो नहीं बोला है, तो answer is oligarchy. Don't shy away from doing dictionary work. Dictionary work बिना होगा नहीं है. A style in which a writer makes a display of his knowledge. Verbose is using too many words. Pompous is deliberately using big words to impress. Ornate is decorative. Pedantic is padhaku. Scholars are pedantic. So it is C, pompous. List of the businesses or subjects to be considered at a meeting. Agenda. That's easy. Leave or remove from a place considered dangerous. Evacuate. Number 10. A prima facie case is such as it seems at first sight. Prima facie. है ना? As it seems at first sight. It's a Latin term.
At first sight.
At first, as it seems at first sight. देखो first sight के दो options हैं. Made to see is wrong. As it appears at first. हाँ. A. 11. A person pretending to be somebody he is not. Imposter. 12. A person who knows many foreign languages. Polyglot. Poly means many. Huh? Bilinguist is person who knows two languages. Poly is many. Bilingual means only two. Linguist कौन होता है? Someone who studies languages is a linguist, but knows many languages is polyglot. One who has little faith. Cynic. Answer is cynic. 13. Who is a fatalist? B. हाँ, जो किस्मत में बिलीव करता है कि किस्मत है तो होगा, नहीं तो नहीं. Stoic.
Something is going bad, you'll be the same. Even things are going
That is equanimity. जो तुमने describe किया है, that is equanimity. He would also. Stoic is unemotional. Unemotional. No display of emotions. Like Sardar Patel was famed to be stoic. While he was fighting, he was a lawyer, very great lawyer. And while he was fighting a case, this person came in and handed him a note. He read the note, folded it, kept it in his pocket. At the end of the case, the judge asked him what happened. He won the case. They asked him, what was that case? Well, my mother died. So that is stoic. Of course, it affected him, but he did not show it and he did not let it affect his court proceedings. That is stoic, unemotional. तुम जो describe कर रहे थे, that is equanimity. Calmness of the mind. Equanimity पे एक passage था. हाँ, that is equanimity. One who possesses many talents. Versatile. Versatile. What? Not adaptability. One who has many. Who can do several things. जैसे फरहान अख्तर को हम लोग versatile बोलते थे. Acting भी करता है, गाना भी करता है, डायरेक्टर भी है, सब चीज कर लेता है, डांस भी कर लेता है, सब कर लेता है. That is versatile. है ना? That is versatile. You need to look up the meanings of nubile. You know, gifted means talented. Exceptional means outstanding. A person who renounces the world and practices self-discipline is ascetic. But what is an antiquarian? Look it up. I don't know what it is. What is antiquarian? Relating to, slow down. Okay, antiques, from the word antique. Fine. One who abandons, we've discussed this, apostate. A hater of knowledge and learning. Root words help you in this. Miss means to. So misogynist and misologist में फर्क क्या है? Gyn refers to women. Gynecology सुना होगा?
Yes.
Same root. GYN. Misogynist is woman hater. And logy is study of something. Just 1 minute. I need to take this call. Hello. Good morning. Misologist is someone who hates knowledge. Logy is study. जैसे होता है एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, बायोलॉजी, जूओलॉजी, ये सब लॉजी, स्टडी ऑफ समथिंग. मिसोलॉजी इज हेटर ऑफ नॉलेज. Commencement of words with the same letter is alliteration. This is literary devices. हमने किया था BBA वाले क्लास में. A person who does not believe in the existence of God, atheist. देखो, please learn these words. This is common examination topic. Theist is a believer. Atheist is a non-believer. Who is a heretic? Fanatic is extreme. Exactly क्या है? I'm looking it up. Heretic meaning. Write down. A person holding an opinion at odds with what is generally accepted. Matlab, he is basically a dissenter. Most people will consider him to be mad because he disagrees with the common beliefs. A heretic is someone who disagrees with generally accepted beliefs. Yes? Synonyms of heretic. If you've understood the meaning of heretic, now learn the synonyms associated with. This is a very smart way of learning words. एक मतलब समझ में आ गया. अब उससे connected synonyms को सब learn करो. Write down. Non-conformist. Non-conformist is a synonym of heretic. Dissident. Dissident is someone who disagrees with the common belief. Separatist. These are all synonyms. समझ में आ रहा है? So common belief जो है उससे कुछ हटके is heretic. This man doesn't drink alcohol. Teetotaler. Words inscribed on tomb. देखो ये सब का मतलब समझो. Epitome is perfect example of something. लिखो अगर नहीं आता है तो. Epitome is the perfect example of something. Epistle is a letter. Epistle is a letter. Epilogue. बुक के पीछे, बुक के आगे क्या लिखा रहता है? Prologue. These you have to learn. Epilogue is a section or a speech at the end of a book or a play that serves as a comment or a conclusion to what has happened. That is an epilogue. Epitaph. Epitaph is an inscription on a tomb, but epitaph का एक specific meaning है. Let me give it to you. 1 minute. Yes. In memory of a person who has died. An inscription on a tombstone. बस यही है. Okay. One who eats everything is omnivorous. Who is omniscient? Who knows everything? Scient is knowledge. Omni is all. All knowing. Omniscient. Knows everything. Next. All of you, what material do you have? You have idioms and phrases. Today you've been given idioms and phrases. Go ask for your printout. I think you came late. निमेश से मांग के ला. हाँ. No, IP mat का idioms and phrases अलग है. Can someone call Nimesh? Just go and call Nimesh, the office boy. Nimesh, his name is. प्रिंट आउट इनके लिए कुछ दिया है सर ने? इडियम्स एंड फ्रेजेस का बात हुआ था कि वो क्या बुक से ही करवाना है इनको। भास्कर सर आए हैं, आ गए हैं? भास्कर सर से बात कर लो, क्लास ले रहे हैं। हाँ तो पूछ लो ना, एक बार पूछ लो ना। और वो बच्चा क्या है, उसको भेज दो। सर इडियम्स एंड फ्रेजेस बुक से करना है। इडियम्स एंड फ्रेजेस इनका बुक।
वर्कशीट भी बनाया, उसमें डाला है ये।
अच्छा तो इनको प्रिंट आउट देना है उसका।
हाँ, मैं पीडीएफ तो शेयर कर देता हूँ।
हाँ आईपी मैट का अलग है ना?
हाँ
हाँ वही मुझे लगा। इज इट इन दिस बुक?
हाँ उसमें ये है।
अच्छा सेंटेंस कंप्लीशन इडियम्स, ओके।
इसी टाइप का क्वेश्चन है।
यस यस यस।
तो ये 15 है।
दिस इज शेयर्ड टू द जूम मीटिंग ना?
जूम में शेयर कर देता हूँ।
हाँ शेयर माय स्क्रीन।
स्क्रीन शेयर कर दो।
है?
स्क्रीन शेयर कर दिया तो आप
हाँ
जो भी शो करेंगे,
हाँ
जो भी स्क्रीन होगा फिर वो
हाँ हाँ
मैं
प्रिंट आउट भेज दीजिए। Start doing it. Use the board and start doing it. आगे आ जाओ तो दिखेगा। Okay. हाँ these are phrasal verbs. They are called phrasal verbs because it is not the literal meaning, associated meaning that is referred to. नहीं ये नहीं, अगर एक्स्ट्रैक्ट प्रिंट आउट है तो मुझे दे दो, इस बुक में नहीं मिल रहा मुझे। हाँ, और शीट भी लेते आना। Online students, you have the PDF. The PDF of this has been shared with you, I think. Question number 2, please add with to option B. It should be keep up with.
Keep in,
Keep?
keep in to control the
Keep?
all the elections.
Keep in? Okay, I'm checking. I think keep up with is correct. Accurate है वो keep up with. But the with is missing over here, so you can add with to option B. Keep in means to restrain or confine. That does, you cannot confine is to restrict within a physical space. The teacher had to keep the students in after class, meaning not allowing them to leave. Expenses cannot be confined. They can be restricted. They cannot be restrained. Restrain is to prevent someone from going out, you know, or suppress emotions and thoughts. He tried to keep in his anger, is to suppress your emotion or thought. Okay. Everyone done? You have questions till number 15. What is a Charlie horse? Option C, number 7. Write down muscle cramp in the leg or foot. A Charlie horse is a muscle cramp in the leg. What is a dark horse? No, a dark horse is an unexpected person who succeeds in life. People don't place bets on him. He's the dark horse. Okay. I'll give you the meaning of dark horse. Unexpected Trojan horse is the answer. Write down, dark horse is someone who unexpectedly succeeds or wins, especially when they were previously underestimated. So no one expected this person to win. That is the dark horse. High horse क्या होता है? High horse, when you're on your high horse, number 7. Arrogant. Not confidence, arrogant. When you think too much of yourself, you're on your high horse. And Trojan horse is deceptive, deception, cheating, cunning. So यहाँ पे Trojan horse. What is a gift horse? So the saying is, write down the idiom. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, which means don't criticize the value of a gift. When you've received a gift, don't criticize its value. That is, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It is irrelevant in number 7. Who is a philanthropist? Number 8. Huh? Like Azim Premji, Shiv Nadar, they are all great philanthropists who give out a lot of money in charity. Another word for philanthropism, altruism, likho. altruism. What is the meaning of altruism? When you do something out of purely charity, no other reason. Who is an altruist? Write down. Selflessly cares for the well-being of others. Selflessly cares for the well-being of others. And how is philanthropist and altruist different? I'm asking, but I think philanthropist is more to do with charity and altruist is a broader term. Altruist is not only about charity. It can also be about welfare. So difference between philanthropist and altruist. Altruist is driven by selflessness, compassion. Philanthropist is about wealthy people giving time or money. Okay, so altruist is a wider term. Philanthropist is a more specific term. Bill Gates, philanthropist. Altruist, even Medha Patkar is an altruist. Who is Medha Patkar? She fought on behalf of the people who were going to be affected by the Narmada Dam. So she was driven by compassion and selflessness and concern for others. That is an altruist. So if you just remember these two individuals, you remember what it means. He was a great philanthropist, yet the work he began did not bear fruit, meaning give results, until after his death. Okay. Answers. One is B, knocked out. What is the meaning of knocked out? What is knocked for a loop? What is the meaning of knocked for a loop? Checking. What is the difference in knocked out? You're right. It is knocked for a loop. Correct. Knocked out is becoming unconscious. Like Mike Tyson knocked out his opponent. सामने वाला बेहोश हो गया. Knocked for a loop is stunned. You need the word stunned over here. I was really surprised by the news, stunned by the news. So knocked for a loop. Number two, I would recommend adding with to option B to make it correct. Otherwise, the meaning of keep up is to match speed. Like you ask the children to keep up. Keep up means jaldi aao, saath mein chalo. Okay. We will carry forward our discussion to tomorrow. He gave a bad name. Now your clue, even if you don't know this idiom, can you see himself? So you needed an expression which needs an object. The word to is your clue. Three options have to, but even then you can eliminate B and D immediately. So it needs to himself. So he gave a bad name to himself. The soldiers fell out of formation. That means pattern. Huh? Soldiers का formation होता है ना. When that is a pattern. When you fall out of that pattern, उसको fall out बोलते हैं. है ना? Fall out of formation. I'm checking. So fall out of formation means to leave or break away from an organized arrangement, especially in military or group settings. Okay? You can also use this for jet plane. One jet fell out of formation during the air show. Correct. We have heard reports. Yes, what do you think the answer? Can you? Look after, because they want to look after only their own people. The party workers have accused the new leadership of being a Trojan horse. A Trojan, this is actually an allusion to a Greek story, by Homer, where there was cheating used, deception used to defeat the enemy. And Trojan horse is also used in software engineering. That is a Trojan horse, where a code enters a virus, a malware, and then attacks the entire software. That's also a Trojan horse. Charlie horse, as I mentioned, muscle cramp in the leg. Dark horse, an unexpected winner. High horse is someone who's arrogant. Number 8. He was a great philanthropist, yet the work he began did not bear fruit. Bear fruit. B. 9. He had apparently swallowed aluminum phosphide that caused his body to emanate, give off. What is the difference in give off and give out? We know our shadow word is emanate, to exude. Okay. So write down. Give out is to distribute or hand out. Okay. Give out is to distribute or hand out. Give out can also mean to break down. Give out can also mean to announce results. Give off is to release or emit something. To produce or radiate a certain impression or a vibe. So which one will work? Give off. Okay. Next. For many people, it is difficult to break out is for diseases. COVID broke out. Disease.
Break
Break loose versus break away. Similar but slightly different. Write down. To escape, break loose means to escape or become free from something. The horse broke loose from its stall. आप लोग लिख रहे हो? I hope so. Break loose is to act without inhibition or restraint. At the party, she really broke loose and had a great time. To act without inhibition. Break away is to separate or detach from a group. मेरे हिसाब से तो break away ही होगा. Okay? So separate or detach from a group or an entity. To escape or get free. The prisoner managed to break away from his captors. यहाँ पे break away from an abusive relationship.
Like he's breaking away from an abusive relationship, then the prisoner context could also work. I mean,
What's the difference, Sunlo? According to ChatGPT, the difference. And ChatGPT's grammar is extremely good because it has a lot of relevant data fed into it. Break loose often implies more spontaneous, physical, or uninhibited actions. Spontaneous, uninhibited. Breakaway suggests a more deliberate or purposeful action, often to gain independence or freedom. So in this context, what will it be? Breakaway. Because the person has to deliberately move away, opt to come out of the abusive relationship. So it has to be break away and not break loose. ठीक है? तो ये कभी-कभी slight differences हैं. Okay. The convict served out. It also means you need to know the meaning of all the other options. Number 12, at the root level, are many different cultures share quite a bit of common ground. B. The two warring factions. Set off means to start something. Set off implies over here कि मिलते ही लड़ाई करना शुरू कर दी. Warring factions है. Set to or set off? मेरे हिसाब से set off होना चाहिए. Let me check. But let us check the meaning of set off versus set to. Write down, set off is to begin. Set off is to begin a journey or trip or cause something to happen. A trigger to cause something to happen is set off. The loud noise set off the alarm. To make something more noticeable or attractive by contrast. This is the second meaning of set off. The bright red flowers set off the green background beautifully. Set off meaning contrast. Set to. Set to is to begin something with determination. Likho. Write down. She's set to work immediately on the project. When you work on something with determination, that is to set to. She's set to work immediately on the project. Be prepared for something. The team is set to play in the championship game. Ready to play in the championship game. Okay. Now, obviously in this context, it will be set off. Because milte hi chalu ho gaye. Began fighting. 14. Because of the description. The description is very specific. That they know the price, they don't want to pay more than the value of things. So answer of 14 is D. Reality shows have become a popular medium for people to spill the beans. Spill the beans is to reveal a secret. I'm checking. You know, crying over spilt milk, that is very common. Write down. Spill the guts is to reveal previous personal information. Reveal personal information. So your question is, what is the difference between spill the beans and spill their guts? Wait a minute. Reveal a secret. Spill the beans is reveal a secret. There's a slight difference. You can write it down. Spill the beans is more about unintentional revealing of a secret. Whereas spill the guts is to reveal deeply personal or emotional information, usually in an honest or confessional manner. So, reality shows have become a popular medium for people to spill the beans in front of the media or spill their guts. I think it should be spill their guts, because spill the beans is not deliberate. And here the action of deliberate is very clear, because they are taking reality show as an opportunity to give a confessional statement. But did you understand the difference between the two? One is unintentional and it is generally about someone else. Whereas spill the guts is intentional and more intimate. आप खुद के बारे में कोई सीक्रेट सबको बता रहे हो. Are you okay with the AC switched off? Yeah. Okay. It's more, you can write down the word confessional for spill their guts. Okay. We have some time left. I want you to go. You have the BBA book, VA, verbal ability, the vocab book. Vocab में idioms and phrases में जाओ. Have you done the exercises given in that book? Everyone has the vocab book. Those of you online. First of all, any doubts in these questions that are on the screen? If you have any doubts, ask me first. And then move on to the verbal ability book, the vocab book, not verbal ability, vocab book. And आप एक काम करो, निमेश से जाके 2 vocab का book लेके आ जाओ. अपने लिए भी एक, मेरे लिए भी एक. I also haven't got it. Okay? And जल्दी आना, please. Yes, have you done the exercise at the back? Not done? Second one, whatever is not done, please complete it. All these resources are very useful. Phrases and idioms is very much a part of IPMAT. So this is something we must focus on. Lara hai wo. Thank you so much. Can you share with your friend? हाँ, उसको भी चाहिए था. कोई बात नहीं, दोनों share कर लेंगे. It's okay. Yes, we are going on to the vocabulary book. Exercise 2, page 75. This is the idioms and phrases chapter, page 75, online students. Yes, is that the one you're doing? Page 75. 2 मिनट मैं आप लोग का जो वो है ना फॉर्मेट वो निकाल रही थी. 7 questions on idioms and phrases. दोनों. देखो मुझे जो रचिता मैम ने दिया है उसमें out of 45 questions 7 questions are on idioms and phrases as ma'am has told me. हाँ idioms कम है. डायरेक्टली नहीं पूछते हैं. फेवरेट टीचर का फेवरेट या किसी का फेवरेट बॉस का ब्लू आइड बॉय. हाँ विच वन 20. इसको डाउट है 23rd में. I think it should be B. Mince is to avoid saying things in clear terms when you're mincing your words. Putting the cart before the horse is no, not dealing with haste. It's putting the cart before the horse is doing it in an illogical manner. How can you put the cart before the horse? So it is illogical. So I think it is behaving thoughtlessly. B. Answer is check किया तुमने? Incomplete लग रहा है मुझे. So what you're saying is इस तरह के आते हैं, not the idioms. Okay. Phrasal verbs का भी है इस बुक में. Hmm. 41. Talking. Someone who's very good at talking. So you have the gift for the gab. You should study to be a lawyer. तुमको बोलना बहुत अच्छा से आता है. Gift of the gab. Maiden is first. Debut first.
Black and white.
Writing. To take the promise in black and white means to take it in writing. कहाँ पे है?
21.
Writing. B. Pick a hole in my coat is to find fault with me. I think it should be tackling these in the wrong order. Add the word order for D, 23D. The order is wrong, na? It is not logical. The order is not logical. Huh? So write down in the wrong order. O-R-D-E-R. D, if the word order is given, then D is better. Because order was not given, I chose B. बट आंसर पीछे में डी दिया हुआ है, मतलब आंसर इनकम्प्लीट है. ऑर्डर इज व्हाट दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. Carrot and stick is reward and punishment. 40? I think very excited. Over head and ears, ना? मैं चेक कर रही हूँ. हाँ, क्या है आंसर? नहीं नहीं, कैरेट इज आपने अच्छा किया तो गाजर मिलेगा, खराब करोगे तो डंडा मिलेगा. जैसे पहले ना डोंकीज को चलाने के लिए ना एक स्टिक पे गाजर लटका के उसके ठीक आगे करते थे. रिवॉर्ड एंड पनिशमेंट, दिस सिंबॉलिक ऑफ रिवॉर्ड एंड पनिशमेंट. ओ one who's very well learned, man of letters, scholar. हाँ, कौन सा है ये? 26. रुको. डी, दिल्ली. एक सेकेंड. They are saying this expression does not really exist. I'm talking about 46. So over, check your answers. पीछे में है. Over your head means something difficult or complex to understand. I'm discussing 46 right now. Overhead means something that is difficult or complex to understand. Over your ears means deeply involved in something. Overhead and ears बोल के कुछ है नहीं. ये actually गलत है. Overhead means complex. And over ears means you are totally involved in something. So I think that is why they've given C. Trapped. Because you are over your ears when you are deeply involved in work. I'm up to my ears in work, meaning extremely busy. Done? Quickly one more. है 2 मिनट टाइम है हमारे पास. डाउट है? होमवर्क में मैं दे रही हूँ द प्रीवियस वन, जो इससे मिलता जुलता है. फ्रेजल वर्ब्स इसके ठीक पहले है. हाँ बोलो. 56 एंड go to somebody's head is to have a huge ego. To success. So this is literal. It depends on the context. वहां पे आपको context दे दिया जाएगा. In different context, A is also correct. C is also correct. The drink went to his head, which means dizzy. Both are correct. So 57. To make amends. आपसे कुछ गलती हुआ, उसका पश्चाताप कर रहे हो. That is to make amends. So to compensate, to feel guilty for something you have not done, B is wrong. It will be C. To not only relationship, it can be when you've done something wrong and you're taking steps to amend that wrongdoing. So compensate fits in over here. You know? Okay, online students, any doubts? I'm ending the class now. We've discussed exercise 2 on page 75 from the vocabulary book. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Yes, online students, any doubts? No? Okay. Then I'm ending the class.